everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys not this whole set. I did a video on the hand with the crystals, but this video is going to be over the ombre that you see right here, this neon glitter ombre. This isn't really anything new. The other video I recorded live, it's a few hours long, so if you have not seen that, go ahead and get some popcorn or whatever you choose and watch that. As you can see, my mom's nails were a mess, and yeah, they were a mess. The square shape that she had has grown out. I have this whole path and pattern in which I like to do natural nails, like a nice round. You don't do that. You guys, please excuse my nails. They're trash. Okay, I don't have the best gloves now due to the pandemic. PPE is short, so these are vinyl gloves. I definitely don't recommend vinyl gloves when doing nails. I think nitrile gloves are the best. Latex will dissolve in acetone like it's nobody's business. These ones will too, so nitrile gloves is what you want. That's a side note. But anyways, so her nail started off with like a kind of natural rounded square into more of a longer kind of rounded square. So now we're at the point where the square shape is looking bulky. It's not real attractive. It's grown out. So now we need to either make this kind of a tapered in square coffin shape, or we need to start taking it to round or almond. It needs to start being tapered in visually, just to make it more appealing. Of course, that's an opinion. Some people wear nails this short and they're duck nails and they're wide, and whatever floats your boat. But that's just my opinion, and that's what we decided to do. So I'm just removing her previous design. As you can see, I'm using the red bearing bit from Atwood Industries. She does have some lifting. Again, I've said this before, this time period is very difficult. You have to do a lot of hand washing. You should be doing a lot of hand washing, and water is really an enemy of enhancements, just because your nail bed will expand and contract with the water, and just then you have chemicals. And so she had a little bit of lifting in areas, but we went ahead and got rid of that. It really not a ton, as you can see, not a ton, but we like to do 0 if possible. That's always the goal, and sometimes we can get away with that, but that's just what's happening, so we handle it. So I'm going to debulk these nails a lot because I'm going to be doing an ombre. It's going to be encapsulated within the nail. So when you're debulking the nail, you want to go with a harsher bit. So the red bearing bit that you see me use was a very, very harsh bit. Once I get closer to the natural nail, I'm using a less harsh bit. So I believe this is maybe I think this is actually the fine bit. It might be the fine or the coarse bit from Poochie's nails. And just as I get closer, I'm going to get a finer and finer bit. I don't think I showed it, or maybe a clip after this. I recorded this a while ago. I'm sorry. I think I go in with a cross-cut bit over just to even everything out a little bit more. So now you can see me going in with a skiver bit. This bit is a diamond bit. That means it has texture like a sanding band, essentially. It doesn't have teeth or anything. It's going to lightly buff the surface of the nail and remove the cuticle from the nail plate. The cuticle is the dead skin growing on the nail, so we want to remove that so our enhancement can adhere correctly. And you can see I'm holding this flush parallel to the natural nail. I don't want to dig in. This is sped up, so it looks very aggressive. I'm going at a very slow speed and just working. I don't want to add too much pressure on the nail. I don't want to hold it at a high angle because I don't want to cause any ring or damage to her natural nail. Now, sometimes you'll look and it can kind of appear that way, that there's a previous ring. That's not it's just the way that it's filled and the difference in color of the pink enhancement with the new product. And sometimes I switch to clear and then back to pink. So that's what happens. If I take this product completely off, her nails are nice and in good condition. They just look crazy just because there's so much different layers of product, if that makes sense. So we got everything cleaned up. You see I use the round bit to flake off the cuticle around her eponychium. So I wipe the nails off with acetone to dehydrate the nail, and then I'm going in with a rubber base from Gel Bottle Ink. And I'm going to apply this on the entirety of the nail just because we removed so much product. I just want to make sure we have adhesion everywhere, and then there was some lifting towards the free edge portion of the nail, so we want to make sure we're going to get that rubber base, which kind of essentially acts like a primer, an adhesion base for our enhancement. So I'm using the Cosmetic Pink Builder Gel from Light Elegance. You guys, I can't remember products anymore. I haven't done nails consistently in so long. I don't know what anything is. So I'm using that, as I always do. I should know. And I'm using my infamous little brush from Michael's or Hobby Lobby that I can never figure out. But I always tell you guys, Alpha Brushes has great brushes, and I do have a code down below for you guys. I believe it's a discount code. I'm not sure. Either way, their brushes are fairly priced, so check them out. You can get a nice gel brush for, you know, just a few dollars. I think they're like $5-6 or something like that. So you can see I'm just applying a very thin layer at first, and that's going to be our slip layer. And then without curing, I picked up more product, and as you can see, I'm walking that down the nail. Now, I don't want to put product towards the free edge of the nail because we're going to do an ombre. We don't want to bulk these nails up, especially since they're going to be short. So I go ahead and cure that pink, and I'm going to be using this glitter. This glitter is from Nail Supply Glamour, and it just says number 10. Guys, I don't know where it's at on their website. I don't know. I'm so sorry, but that's where I got it from. If you can find it, it's number 10. And now I'm using this color from Finger Paints, this gel polish called You Better Run For Your Life. So I apply that at the tip and use a gel brush to feather that up. The reason I am doing this is because I am using a larger glitter, and I wanted to have that neon coral look completely at the tip of the nail. So I wanted to get a color that coordinates with the glitter. So if there's any gaps in this glitter, it's going to be filled in with a corresponding color, so it doesn't really look like there's a breakdown in the placement of the glitter. And I hope that makes sense. It kind of enhances the it enhances how the ombre looks, because I get a little bit of that consistent fade of that coral color behind the glitter. So it just gives it an overall nicer look to me, in my opinion, to put that coordinating cream color behind it. So when I applied that gel, I went ahead, that coral gel, went ahead and cured it in the light, and then I took some clear builder gel, put it on the surface so I have a sticky base, and I dump that glitter, and then I move it around till I find that the glitter is placed where I see fit. So what we're looking for is a concentration of glitter towards the start of our ombre, which is the free edge of our nail. And then we're going to make it more sparse as we go up. Now with this concept, I also do usually bigger, chunkier glitters towards the tip, as you can see, and then the smaller glitters towards the top. And it kind of helps enhance that concept of having a concentration because you have bigger pieces towards the tip, and then it being more sparse because you have medium and small pieces as you fade up. So combining those two things is going to give you a nice ombre look. You don't want it to look like there's you dump something, it's kind of straight across. You didn't really care, unless, you know, if that's what you like. If you're trying to do an ombre and you can't figure it out, you're like, why is mine not looking how I see them look? Sometimes, you know, you can't put your finger on what makes something look different. So just doing that will kind of help enhance the look of the ombre and bring it forth. So I'm using the clear cool gel to encapsulate this product. You see the clips before this, I quickly swiped some of the clear over the glitter, and then I cured it. The reason I did this is so when I went over the entirety of the nail, I wouldn't bring up any loose glitter. So that quickly sealed in those glitters at the tip. So when I encapsulate and bring it to the cuticle area, I'm not bringing little loose glitters with me. So that's just a small little, you know, trick just to quickly seal it in so you don't have to worry about it. So you can see I'm applying a slip layer, and that layer stays wet. And then I'm taking more product and I'm floating it on top of that slip layer. And the cool gel self-levels beautifully. So once I get that all on and cure it, I'm going to go ahead and file and shape the nails. Now this, you guys know I always leave out me shaping the nails, and it's because of this. It's so hard for me to record because I file from this direction. Also, again, my ugly nails, I know. So you see, I turned the hand facing the sky towards me, if that made sense. You see how her hand was. That's how I prefer to shape nails. It just makes the nails they're leveled and balanced. You know where the earth is, you know where the ceiling is, and you can kind of frame the hands in that. When you have just resting on it in a hand, like a wrist mount, you know, whatever that is, it can kind of contort the hand, and the wrist can kind of set to the side, and everybody's hands and wrists are different. I've learned doing nails. So that just kind of gives it all one accord, and then I can make the nails look cohesive and look like a little family. I can make sure that the pinky looks like it goes with the middle finger, even though they're two different fingers, two different lengths, two different thicknesses and sizes of finger and nail bed. You want to make sure they look good together. So that kind of gives me a full image by turning the hand that way of how the nails look together, and make sure they're proportionate to each other. So that's just how I shape, and shaping is it's really such a visual thing, and make sure it's a three-dimensional thing. And you have to look at it from all different angles, because if the surface is bulbous, you can shape it to a coffin shaped stiletto all day, but if your surface is too bulbous, it's not going to come across correctly in how you hope. So just make sure you're aware of every angle. So after I got the shape, I'm doing my finish filing. I use the Poochie Smooth bit first to really debulk. I kind of build my ombre or encapsulated nails up a little excessive. I mean, not excessive, not a whole ton, but I just want to make sure my glitter stays safe. And I can kind of tell when I'm getting close to it. I used to build stuff up way more and take me forever. But I kind of do is just a little bit just to play it safe. So I went in with the fine grit smooth top bit. Then you see me going in with the crosscut bit. Then I realized I want to debulk it some more. So I went in with that thin cone bit from Atwood and debulk towards the cuticle area some more. And then I went back in with the crosscut bit, but I did not show that. So I'm using the protein bond, and this is going to help our top coat. I'm using the Kiara Sky. I love this top coat. It's really good. I am going in with this top coat, and this will, the protein bond before that, it adds a tackiness to the surface so that our top coat doesn't pull away. If you've ever experienced you polishing on top coat and then it starts to like pull away or separate, or remove itself from the cuticle area, protein bond will completely stop that. So after I applied the top coat, I went ahead and cured, and that's our final look, guys. If you're interested in watching me do the other hand live and me and my mom answering questions, go ahead and check the previous video out. Otherwise, you guys, please subscribe, ring the notifications, recreate, go ahead and tag me. Thank you guys for watching and supporting me during this time, even though I'm not here often. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Bye.